You'd see these like track races in like Connecticut. You have these girls, they'd be training, this is their thing, they'd run, and then you'd have a boy compete who identified as female. But then it's not fair. It wasn't a fair competition. And so we said, we need to protect the fairness and integrity of sports for our girls and our women athletes. So we did that. I think most people agree that that's the proper thing to do. However, Biden is now threatening to penalize states that have taken basic common sense actions like just recognizing the importance of women's sports.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And oh no, President Biden is not really in the White House. He's actually sneaking around corners in elementary schools, knocking kids over and stealing their lunch money. He's piling all the money in big piggy banks, and he's going to give it to trans athletes so they can take over women's sports. Yep. The world according to Ron DeSantis. Just check out this clip. He wants to protect fairness and integrity, and then he comes along with a blockbuster like Biden is stealing kids' lunch money. But this is Republican politics in 2022.
They're threatening to take away lunch money from poor kids as punishment for us protecting women's sports. Think about how deranged that is. They're so intent on destroying the competition of women's athletics that they're going to use school lunch money for poor kids as a cudgel to try to get us to submit to what they want. We're not backing down 1 inch on this.
DeSantis' little performance here is an absolute cookie cutter, a model of every dumb speech he makes, and they keep getting dumber. Start out with some good old fear-mongering, and in modern Republican politics you don't need a research team because facts be damned. Why not just pull some baseless crap out of thin air? Make sure to paint a scary picture. Ooh, Biden has evil plans and he's picking poor kids' pockets, stealing their lunch money. Then finish up with a along comes Jones moment. Here comes the big brave hero Ronnie Boy DeSantis. He's not going to stand for kids having their lunch money stolen, and neither should you. Vote DeSantis in 22. Rah rah shish boom bah, and this mindless rabble somehow riles these people up. My goodness, think for a minute, people. And this guy is the moron Republicans want to succeed Trump, which granted is sort of a plan B, seeing as how Trump may be behind bars in 24. Such is the state of Republican politics. It's an absolute clown show. Just look at the Republican talking points. They want to play the culture war card at every turn because they have nothing. All they can do is bank on the prospect of riling people to hating their fellow Americans, which is absolutely sick. And sadly, it works. As dumb as it is, it actually works. How many of us can't go to a grocery store and mention a peep of politics without some MAGA knob professing their undying love of their fascist lord for 30 minutes straight? I've had these insane fools follow me to my car door blabbing away. I shut the door and start driving away, and I can still see them flapping their lips in no particular direction long after I pulled away from them. These people literally go to sleep at night and fear the boogeyman Biden is going to sneak out from under their bed and snatch up their most precious possessions, their guns, and their Rambo Trump pinup poster. Their minds have been so thoroughly corrupted by right-wing poison that they've lost all sensible thought. And the saddest thing is that the Republican Party is completely void of leadership. They could realize that their words matter, and these people hang on everything they say. That's a power. And these politicians use it as leverage instead of treating it as a sacred responsibility to tell the truth, be authentic, and be honest. I'll tell all of you with absolute assurance, a Republican can only be trusted to follow their greed, and they'll always do so above every other concern. And you never want a person like that in office, and that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.